All right. Here we go. 147 is divisible by 3. It's 49, I think. So, because I know that 3 times 50 is 150, so, and also if you add these up, 1 plus 4 plus 7, that's 12. 12 is divisible by 3, so this is divisible by 3. So this really breaks down to the square root of 49 times the square root of 3, which is 7 radical 3. All right, that's just simple. That's your answer. And again, if you enter it wrong on the homework, just make sure you like kind of penalize yourself, do an extra one, because you don't get a second shot on the quiz. And that's all you write, 7 radical 3. All right, next one. Simplify with radicals x. Now, with this, I would very much do the work before you look at the answers, because the answers will all look right. They're all very close, and they always have the distractor answers in there. So the square root of 3, there's nothing you can do with that. It's locked in there. Locked in there. So square root of 3 is locked in there. But the square root of x to the 5, so that's the square root of x to the 4 times the square root of x. All right. The square root of x to the 4th is x squared. And this guy is left behind, the square root of x underneath. So this came down to here, this came down to here, and of course the square root of 3 was locked in there. X squared rad 3x. So you see how much these look alike? So do the work first, I suggest, and don't try to find the matching answer. It'll take much more longer and be much harder to do the match, like look for the matching. Just solve it and then, you know. Okay, that's that. All right, obviously a level up. All right, so first of all, let's bring this down. Let's forget about this for, let's forget about this for a second, like till the end, actually. Almost the very end. 4xy squared. Now we don't have to worry about that. Now we're just worrying about this. Now, truthfully, 251, I don't know. I really don't know what that is. But I know it's even. So it's 226, so 252 is 2 times 126. 26 is still even. So that's 2 times 63. Okay, now I got something. 63 is 9 and 7, all right? So this is the easiest way to do it. I take all these ones that are nice, perfect squares and multiply them together. 9 times 2 times 2 is 9 times 4 is 36. So it's 36 times 7. All right, so I've got the square root of 36. Let's change colors here. The square root of 36 times the square root of 7. Now let's keep going here. What about these x's? We've got the square root of x squared times his friend the square root of x, who he's leaving behind, and the square root of y to the 4th. And again, to avoid doing what I did before, I'm going to kind of cross things out as I go along. The square root of 36 is 6. And I'm going to do the nice ones first. The square root of the ones that come out. Square root of x squared is x. The square root of y to the 4th is y squared. And then all these stragglers are left behind. This, I want a different color, whatever. This and this are left behind. Square root of 7x. Now notice, I'm not done. Like I got to combine on the outside these like terms. So 4 times 6 is 24. X times x is x squared. Y squared times y squared is y to the 4th. And it's the 7x radical is left. And that's it. And again, just notice they have the different options here. You can choose cube root or square depending on what kind of problem it is. So let's go back. Adding, subtracting. So this is what we're doing today. Now, this we didn't see today, even though it's like it's easier. But what you got to realize is this is kind of like a silent 1 right here. This is like a silent 1 right there, and that's a silent 1. So it's negative 1 minus negative 1 is negative 2 root 10. Bless you. And just again, to see how much, compared to how far and crazy we got on these, just another one, much easier, right? So this is a 1 root right here, so it's 1 plus 4, 1 root 2 plus 4 root 2 is 5 root 2. Hang on, because I'm recording. I hope I'm recording. If you gotta go make a pass or whatever. All right. So now, same idea. I'm just gonna do this in steps. So 125 I know is 25 times 5. So this is gonna be negative 4 times the square root of 25 times the square root of 5 times the square root of x6, because I need an even exponent, times the square root of x, that's the first one, plus x squared times the square root of 5 times the square root of x squared times the square root of x. All right, again, I'm going to do this in kind of most steps. So negative 4 times 5 times the square root of 5 times x to the third times x, radical, plus x squared times the square root of 5 times x times the square root of x. And this one, they're kind of in different orders. So now I got to combine the ones that are free, right? Like this, oh, I hate that color. All right, fine. This is the regular pen. So, but I'll cross them out as I go along. Negative 4 times 5 is negative 20. X to the third, leaving behind this and this, square root of 5x. And this is x squared times x is x to the third, leaving behind, look at that, it matches up. That's what I mean when you do this and you do all this crazy work and they end up with the same radical. Like you're like, okay, yeah, I feel good because I probably got it right. So negative 20, remember this is a 1, so it's going to be negative 19 x to the third root 5x is your final answer. Go ahead. All right. And these are actually this is a little out of order. These are like some of the first things we did. The cube root of 64 is just 4. That's it. The square root of 100 to x to the 16 is just the square root of 100 times the square root of x to the 16, which is 10x to the 8. These really should be like earlier, but I guess I put them in the wrong order. Type 2. All right, so again, I wouldn't look at the answers. When I'm doing these, I really don't want to get them wrong in front of you, so hopefully you don't want to get them wrong more than me. I don't really lose anything if I get them wrong, a little bit of, face, so to speak. But you lose points. So this is just x to the third. Root x is not a heck of a lot of work. That's why you want the scrap paper. And x third root x. Look at how much these look alike. They're so much alike. And that's it. That was all of them. Let's see. That's got to be 9 minutes, I'm guessing. Look at that. 9 minutes and 18 seconds.